So, Zenneth, you've been in the industry. You've done a lot of things. You started off with the growers. How does it feel now to get this award from the Development Commission?
Very gratifying and humbling as a grower, and still a grower and a producer, and being there a long time ago. I guess now that when I look back at the whole story, it was gratifying to be able to see where the industry is growing to. Gratifying to see that there are so many people that are coming up into the stream of canola, whether it's producers, board members, the staff that they've got. And we have, as growers, now have money in our palm when we go forward to ask for dollars from industry and from government.
I've heard those stories before about how the members of the growers were often asked to sign the bottom line or to put up some money. So you have first-hand experience of having to put your name at the bottom of loans just to keep things going.
You bet. That was, I think, either my first or second year on the growers board, and we couldn't make our payments to even keep the doors open. So we even had to sell tickets. Lottery tickets on draws that we got from industry, and it was an awakening experience that if you're committed to something, you put your whole heart in it and your bank account.
So now that you see all the money that's being raised by organizations like this, there are some pretty significant changes. Are you pretty excited about the changes that you're seeing? Are there things you'd like to see done slightly differently?
No, the changes are very positive for the most part. I'm a little disappointed that some of the industry partners have pulled back some of their funding and to the overall organization, and that alarms me in one way. But at the same time, I think we still have to keep our lines of communication open so that we can benefit the industry. When we talk about the industry, that includes the whole gamut of the industry, including the grower. Every part of that industry has to make a profit. And that means the grower as well, at the end of the day, has to have something left so it'll be able to sustain itself.
Would you like to see more emphasis put on the biofuels industry as well?
Well, the biofuels industry has evolved, and obviously I've always been an advocate of value added. The value added portion of the biofuels industry, I believe, is where it's going to be beneficial to the overall plan of the renewable fuels, but also to the sustainability of the fossil fuels as we go forward, to be able to reduce emissions. And that was where my heart was in, being able to add value to canola, off-grade canola, and specifically where there was at the early stages we had a severe frost that took a toll on the quality of the canola crop, and we were able to add value to it, but also to bring value to the consumer. At the end of the day, we were able to increase fuel economy, reduce emissions, and have longer engine life.
If I could jump in there. So on the biofuels issue, it seems like it's not viable without government subsidies right now.
Well, if you're going to talk about replacement of fossil fuel for biofuel, I think that there is that sense that if you look at the U.S., they're heavily subsidized, so we're competing against the U.S. product, and you have to have a subsidy to do that because the U.S. government is still subsidizing the U.S. biofuels industry. I believe that the biofuel is needed to produce co-products. So we have the biofuel, in particular biodiesel, to be used as co-products in other venues of the industrial marketplace.
So then you're encouraged by the fact that Milligan Biofuels is continuing?
Well, I'm hoping that there's going to be some sort of continuation. I don't know the story there at all.
You mentioned, I think Lane Stockberger mentioned you were a man of action. That's quite a compliment. You've done a lot over the years, and I guess where do you see things going from here for the future of canola?
For the future of canola, it's very bright. We look around the room today, and I see a lot of young people. not with gray hair and with hair. And those people are the future, and that is extremely encouraging because they're coming back to the farm rather than leaving the farm. When we started, it was every rail car had a child on it that left the province in Saskatchewan. Today they're coming back, and in our own case, our daughters have come back to the farm and are looking for the future to make a livelihood. They like the lifestyle, but they also have to make a living.
You mentioned your daughters, your wife you also thanked as well today for the award. What role did she play?
Huge. We didn't have cell phones back then, or if we did have cell phones, we didn't have conductivity of the cell phone, but it was a case of her being able to help raise our children when I was called away because I was 2.5 hours away from Saskatoon. A lot of our meetings in Saskatoon or in various other parts of the country. But as we did that, I think it learned the value of hard work, and we were not afraid of hard work. We knew that we wanted to make a livelihood on the farm, and looking back, there was probably things that we did wrong, but we did a lot of things right, and we're happy. And after 40 years of marriage, we can still smile at each other.
On a personal basis, what sort of leadership things did you gain or contacts? Explain how all this work benefited you indirectly, to encourage young people to maybe do the same thing.
Well, you ask a very interesting question, and I believe that is, we learned the hard way. We were immersed in it. We didn't have a lot of background information as to what we were putting our hands into, other than we knew that we were trying to make it better. We could see flaws. So today we have opportunities amongst the commissions to bring young people into a training course to show them what the commissions are about, to show them how to be leaders in an area of a commodity group or in a local meeting setting, etc. And then they're able to find out for themselves where their strong points are and where they will be able to help the industry. Because at the heart of it all, they're coming to learn, and we have to be able to educate them in a way that it'll make them want to pursue the ability to make agriculture a better place.